Good day, I'm Aaron Siloyaga. I'm going to report towards the Hispanization of the natives. The Spaniards integrated into the Filipino society their religion, language, customs, arts, and sciences. The church and state inseparably carried out Spanish policy in the country. When the Spaniards came out in the country, they destroyed the carved idols out of wood and stone because these artworks were regarded as abominable to the faith. The Spanish Catholic missionaries were able to remodel Filipino culture and society. The Spanish authorities clustered the Filipino population into village settlements where they could more easily be instructed. The friars took on the roles as the king's representative and interpreters of government policies in the countryside, since most secular colonial officials had no intention of living far from home. Spanish urbanization was centered in the city of Manila, with the walled city called Intramuros. Infrastructure showing Spanish domination in the country. Massive colonial churches, convents, schools, roads, bridges, bahay na bato at kahoy, Antillean stone and wood houses. Structurally, the bahay na bato at kahoy, also known as bahay na mestiza or mixed because wood and stone were blended together, perpetuated the features of the pre-Hispanic bahay na kubo. The ground floor was used for storage and for parking vehicles. Habitation took place upstairs with specific rooms for guests, azuti and sala, dining, comedor, cooking, kusina, and sleeping, cuarto. Spanish society had always stressed purity of blood in indicating societal rank. At the top of the social pyramid were the Españoles with both Spanish parents, which included these Españoles peninsulares born in the Spanish peninsula, and the Españoles insulares or Filipinos were born in the colony. Below the Españoles were the mestizos and mestizas, the children of an Español and Indio or India. The term mestizo referred to the mestizos de Sangley or Chinese mestizos, while Spanish mestizos were called mestizos de Español. Constituting the majority of the population were the Indios or Indias, naturalists pertaining to the natives of the Philippines without Spanish or Chinese ancestry. Generally, the Spanish colonizers believed that the Indios could not comprehend more than the basic knowledge. Representatives of various religious orders came to the Philippines after the Legazpi expedition. Augustinians, Dominicans, Franciscans, Jesuits. Fray Domingo de Salazar, the first bishop of Manila and a member of the Order of Preachers, he was succeeded by Fray Ignacio de Santibanez, a Franciscan priest who became the first Archbishop of Manila. Territory of the old Archdiocese of Manila, Nueva Ecija, southern half of Tarlac, Zambales, Pampanga, Bulacan, Rizal, Cavite, Batangas, Laguna, Island of Mindoro, and Marindoque. Pope Clement, on August 26, 1595, of Nueva Segovia in Lalo, Cagayan. In the same year, the Diocese of Nueva Cáceres in Camarines Sur and the Diocese of Cebu, cradle of the Christianity in the Philippines, were also established. Thomas Pinpin, the first Filipino printer, he wrote the first published Tagalog book titled Librong Pag-aaralan ng mga Tagalog ng wikang Kastila for the benefit of unlettered Filipinos in the Spanish language. Basic education was rendered by the parochial school established primarily for religious instruction. The first one, established in Cebu in 1582, Archbishop Domingo de Salazar ordered that every town was to have one school for boys and one for girls. Attendance was made condition parents paid the teacher's salaries. Subject taught: catechism, reading and writing in dialect, music, the rudiment of arithmetic, trades and industries. In the late 19th century, the Spanish language was still unknown to a great majority. Higher education was established exclusively for the Spaniards and Filipinos, referring to those born in the colony to Spanish parents. College and universities were closed to Indians. The Jesuits in Manila founded the first college for boys in 1589. It was originally called College of Manila for the scholars. The later changed to College of San Ignacio in 1621. It was elevated to the rank of a university by Pope Gregory and was named University of San Ignacio. The school was closed in 768 when the Jesuits were expelled from the country. In 1601, the Colegio de San Jose, also under Jesuits, was established. In 1611, Fray Miguel de Benavides, the third Archbishop of Manila, established the Colegio de Nuestra Señora del Santísimo Rosario, later renamed Universidad de San Tomas in 1645 by Pope Innocent. Girls' Special Education Colegio, which is regular school for girls. Batereo, a combined school, and Uneri. The first college for girls in the Philippines was the College of Santa Ponciana, 1594. In 1621, the Franciscan nuns established the real Monasterio de Santa Clara, now St. Clare Convent of Manila, the first nunnery in the Philippines. In 1694, Batereo de la Compañía de Jesús, which was directed under the Jesuit, was founded by Mother Ignacia del Espiritu Santo, a Filipino nun. This was a school established to accommodate Filipino girls, the Indians. Primary education consisted of courses in reading, writing, arithmetic, religion, geography, the history of Spain, the Spanish language, vocal music, and agriculture for boys and needlework for girls. The girls were taught basic education as well as religion, needlework, painting, and music. The Escuela Normal School for the training of male teachers for elementary instruction was delegated to the Jesuit. It was integrated in 1865. In 1893, it became the Normal Superior, which trained till secondary courses. Damian Domingo founded the Academy of Fine Arts, the first school in painting in Manila in 1820. With this, he was called the father of Filipino painting. The Academia de Dibujo y Pintura, Academy of Drawing and Painting, was founded in 1824. Some of its students were sent by the government to pursue higher studies in Madrid, Rome, and Paris. In 19th century, various technical schools were established like the School of Mercantile Accounting and Modern Language, patterned after the Commercial School in Barcelona. It was in 1860 that a nautical school was opened upon orders of the Queen. It was placed under the commander of the fleet, After 4 years, the student was to board a ship. The Spanish missionaries who taught the natives better method of farming, the cultivation of foreign plants like indigo, corn, cotton, and wheat, and various crafts like printing, carpentry, masonry, and dyeing. The early missionaries were also the first to establish a printing press in the Philippines. Books were being printed by xylographic method using engraved wood blocks. The earliest book printed was the Doctrina Christiana and Lengua Española y Tagala in 1593, written by Fray Juan de Oliver. This catechetical book sought to explain the importance of Christ, chastity, and devotion to God in the vernacular. At the beginning of the 19th century, the Passion was the prevalent form in print, written in verse and chanted during Lent, and depicted the life and passion of Jesus Christ. The first Tagalog Passion was written by Gaspar Aquino de Belen. It was published in 1704. The second written Passion, titled Kasaysayan ng Pasyong Mahal ni Jesucristong Panginoon natin, sa sukat ipag-alab ng sinumang babasa. The story of the Holy Passion of our Lord Jesus Christ that should inflame the heart of the reader of the circa 1814. During the first half of 19th century, Jose de la Cruz was the most prominent poet in the oral tradition. He have written many literary letters in elegant Tagalog language. Among them were Dulce Pares de Francia, Bernardo Carpio, and Adila at Florante. Pedro Bocanig, the blind poet who wrote the popular Ilocano epic Lamang, was hailed as the father of Ilocos literature. Among the Ancisco Balagtas, later dubbed as the Prince of Tagalog poets, became popular with his poetical pieces, particularly Florante at Laura. The first recorded drama was staged in Cebu in 1598, a comedian written by Vicente Pochi. It was performed in honor of Messenger Pedro de Agorto, Cebu's first bishop. Christian victory over the Muslim was depicted with a moro-moro in Tagalog in 1637. For the continuation of this report, here is Miss Luwangkong.